Bienvenidos a Charro Talk. Ahora sí, este es el primer episodio del 2023. Este episodio vamos a hacer Spanglish porque, fuck it, why not? So, empezamos con, de invitado tenemos a...
Andrés Gómez.
Frankie, Cadena.
Really? You went like that, Andrés? ¿Cómo es all professional?
Pues Andrés Cristóbal, si quieres. Oh, no, but...
Everybody knows you as Andy.
Yeah, everybody knows it. Andy
Andy.
Gómez. Andy.
So Andy, platícanos, because tú y yo nos conocimos en Pico hace mucho, en la peda, la nesta, pero el otro hace que, like 2 months ago when we talked on the phone, we had a really good conversation about, like, charrería and stuff, so, you know, we always do it, como siempre somos como tradición. Platícanos, like, cómo te ingresaste a la charrería en rodeo.
Well, I got started with my brother-in-law, que paz descanse. He's the one that introduced me to horses and stuff, and I just started riding them. I just started cleaning stalls. Little did they know that I liked it. And I was just there cleaning stalls. And
How old are you?
I was about 14, 13. That's when I got started with horses and stuff. And then little by little, I started going with him. And he'll invite me to charrería. I was like, hey, vamos a Arizona. That's where you go. He used to charrear out there. So we'll take off on the weekend, come back on Sunday. So just little by little, I started riding, started getting more brave. I want to get on horses and stuff. And I just started riding with him. And es cuando inicié todo lo de los caballos y todo eso.
Pensé que tu papá había charreado, ¿no?
No, mi papá no. Mi papá no, pues como todos, pues he was just working at a ranch, at his ranch and stuff.
Sí, o sea, era de rancho.
Era de rancho.
Okay.
De la Villa Guerrero, Jalisco.
Y tú, Frankie, a ver, platícanos, porque lo que a mí me había platicado Andy es que estás haciendo cosas muy padres por la comunidad, for all the buckers, you're doing good shit out here. So I want to learn more about it. Me platico un poquito and I was like, espérate hasta el podcast y ya después me platicas.
No, definitely. We do definitely try to keep the tradition alive, keep the sport alive for sure. Como todo, you know, it's got its ups and downs, but we definitely try to give the opportunity to these kids that a lot of people don't have, or the opportunity we didn't have. If we're able to, we gladly try to give these kids or anybody a hand, you know, when it comes to the sport, ya sea en charrería, en jineteo, en lo que sea. Pero igual, nosotros empezamos desde abajo, desde cero. Ahorita lo poco que tenemos ha sido a base de esfuerzos y trabajo, y hemos llegado a donde estamos ahorita, pero gracias a Dios va dando fruto y todo tiene propósito. You know, it's all for the kids. It's all definitely blooming and it's got a purpose.
Ya, para los que no te conocen, tú vives aquí en Bakersfield y acá atrás, literalmente aquí atrás tienes tu arena, tienes tus corrales, tus pens. Platícanos de los eventos que haces y la escuela.
Pues normalmente tratamos de hacerles prácticas dos veces por semana para los chavos. Martes y viernes.
¿Pero en qué específicamente?
En toros.
¿En jineteo de toros?
Jineteo de toros. Es lo único que hacemos aquí. Normalmente aquí es de becerros a novillos, a toretes y a toros ya para los mayores. So hay calibres de todo. Ya hemos sacado chavos aquí que han llegado de cero y han llegado ya a las finales, ya sea en nivel de high school. Hay muchos profesionales que han llegado a venir aquí y todavía vienen a entrenar porque saben que aquí es para entrenar. You know what I mean? We grind here. We definitely serve a purpose here. So it's definitely cool and humbling to have it show results.
Uh-huh. Ahora, a lo mejor mucha gente va como que criticar esto, pero la cosa es de que the podcast, desde que lo iniciamos, siempre era la ideología, siempre fue de que ser el estilo de vida de la charrería. No es un podcast nomás de charrería. Y gran parte de lo que es la charrería es lo que es el rodeo americano, los vaqueros. Y ahora estamos viendo más y más charros que se están metiendo al rodeo americano. Y lo usan no nomás para entrenamiento, sino para también expandir ellos su carrera y sus habilidades. So eso, o sea, like that's really cool that you're helping out the community, especially the kids. Because there's people like como yo, que no vengo de charrería, yo soy el único charro de mi familia, de ambas de mis familias. So it's like, a mí me hubiera gustado tener algo así, you know. Pero, ¿cuántos años ya tienes haciendo esto, lo de la escuela?
Aquí ya vamos por 5 años aquí. Aquí ya tiene básicamente 4 años, you could say, 4 años aquí ya chambeándole. Pero empezamos a jugar toros desde hacía como 15 años, empecé a comprar animales.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I started buying bulls when I was 16, and then just started doing it.
One after the other, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How'd you guys meet? Because he didn't tell me that, and I told him not to tell me until we did the
Oh,
podcast.
that goes way back to Farallón days, Bubs.
Yeah.
Let's hear it, man.
Well,
Yeah, igual, así, a cada rato andaba de vago en los bailes colederos y donde quiera.
Donde yo lo conocí.
Sí, y igual, pues uno, I mean, we're chasing the dream as kids, you know, donde quiera que habían toros, ahí íbamos a estar. Y igual, así nos topamos, y luego he was shaping hats at Broken Horn. So that was a good spot for us to go to all the time, you know what I mean? So that was our go-to spot, being from Bakersfield. We'd stop in and we'd see Andy, and then it went from, hey, dude, what's up, to, hey, let's hang out, and we just clicked, man. And it's been a really good friendship for sure.
A big long time.
How long?
I go like over 15 years.
It's about 16, 17 years now.
Oh, shit.
It's a long time.
Yeah, I was about 15 when I met him. I'm 33 now.
Because I met you in 06.
Yeah. Just about the same time.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Because I started working at Broken Horn probably like 06, 07. And that's how I started meeting a lot of people. That's when I started roping. I started roping my buddy Travis, and I kind of like snuck off. Like, I would take the colas horse that my brother-in-law used to let me use, sneak on from one ranch to another. And I'll switch de un rancho a otro, como dice la canción. Y pues cambiaba la montura, and I'll be roping off that colas horse. So every weekend van a colear. ¿Qué maña les estás enseñando al caballo? Pues habría más. Because when you dally, you gotta step to the side. And these horses, you want them up to the hip. And un día que me cacharon, they caught me, like he was delivering hay to the ranch where I was at, and he seen me on his horse on an American saddle. I'm like, I'm fucked. My fucking privileges are over to use these horses. So they caught me, and he just went go back home. My sorry ass just grabs my fucking saddle, throws it over, and just goes back to the village. Have you been to the village before?
Have I? You tell me.
I think you have.
I'm pretty sure.
Cada vez que ando con él es.
So this is Pico, right? And you cross the street over, and you make a left, and it's a one way in, one way out horse property. Right,
Yeah.
605.
Okay. Yeah.
So right there, that's where he had his house, and that's where I had to drop off the horse. And I came back to my buddy Trav, and I told him, "Hey, bro, I don't have a horse to use no more." He's like, "Oh, you can grab that one." And that's how I started team roping. And I kind of just left the scene. I kind of left the Charro scene. It was a lot cheaper.
Eso sí.
Yeah.
But it's funny you say that porque ¿quién fue? Creo que fue Paco Cerón que dijo que lo del roping es muy buen entrenamiento para los caballos de colas.
Yeah. You know how like they're particular with their horses. Like that's how my brother-in-law was. He used to charrear with Apolinar Mendoza.
Mm-hmm.
And-
Poli.
Yeah, Poli. And his son. I met his son when he was like about Victor? Yeah, Victor.
Yeah.
And his daughter, she was in the cradle when I met her, man. And they make me feel old, but it's okay.
And then how'd you start getting into rodeo? Or did you charrear too?
Well, yeah, like any other, mi papá siempre me tuvo cuacos y todo. Mi papá llegó a tener lienzos, llegó a tener equipo, pero mi papá no charreó él. He just liked being around it, liked putting it on. So, de ahí empezó todo. Siempre, desde niño estuve a caballo, siempre con la soga y todo, siempre me gustó la charrería, inclusive pues sí charré poquito con Luis Bonilla de morro, me abrió las puertas, me prestaba caballos, me dejaba charrear las amistosas, so ahí los divertíamos mucho, ahí empezó mucho, en cuestión del rodeo, cuando mi hermano el mayor vino de Nevada, yo no lo conocía, a él yo lo conocí cuando tenía 15 años. Y en aquel entonces mi papá me acucaba porque me daba miedo montar los becerros. Monta, no. So ya cuando vino mi hermano y de tanto juntarme con él, esta arena y estos cajones que tengo aquí son los originales que él trajo de Nevada. So él me heredó esos cajones y esa arena y gracias a él me nació lo del rodeo. Ya cuando igual dijo Andy, it was cheaper, there was money in it, there was a little bit of everything, you know, the adrenaline, it's just a whole different thing. Y so cuando él vino de Nevada, que tenía 15, de tanto estar con él, just from feeding and helping, me empezó a gustar y me empecé a meter. Cuando menos esperé, un día nomás se me quitaron los nervios y quiero montar. Y hasta él se sacó de onda, ¿a poco? Y monté, and it just kept going. Ya después mi papá decía, hey, pues ya montaste unos 20, ya, you're good, you know, call it goods. No, pues ya, it was too late. Ya me había picado. It was different, man. And I enjoyed getting on bulls, and I got a lot of bulls. Didn't go nowhere with it, nowhere pro or nothing. But man, did I get on a lot of bulls, and did I enjoy it. I did get to experience a lot of arenas, a lot of places, a lot of states. It was a dream for sure. It's still a dream, and it's now I got into putting on productions, small productions, but we're trying to expand like anybody else, and we're just trying to do things right, and do it with a purpose.
I mean, everyone starts at zero. I mean, a lot of people don't know that when the first episode we did this, I didn't even know how to turn on the damn mics, and it's just a simple switch. I literally had to YouTube it like 5 minutes before we started. O sea, todo se empieza desde cero. So. Pero de la escuela, ¿cómo nació la idea de la escuela? Y...
Pues igual, nomás that's what we do y es ¿cómo le diré? A mí me llegaban los morros y nomás teníamos 2, 3 toritos cuando recién nos movimos. Teníamos bastantes antes de movernos aquí, los tuve que vender. Llegando aquí, hey, pues sabemos que tienes arena, tienes 2, 3, nos das chance de entrenar. Pues ya venían 2, 3. Y se fue corriendo la voz y ya los metía 2 veces los toros, los dobleteaba. Ya llegaban 4, 5, 6 jinetes. Bueno, pues te perdía uno cada quien. Y ya compré otro torito y así se fue escalando. Más jinetes, más toros, hasta llegar a donde estamos. Pero también llegamos a ese punto y hacerlo, porque aquí se fue muriendo lo del rodeo. Antes estaba Héctor Velarde, estaba Ismael Moreno, y ahí fue donde yo empecé a montar los toros de ellos. Y ellos también tenían pues escuela, no escuela sino practice pen. Y ahí iba el que quisiera entrenar, ibas, pagabas por toro y te montabas. Y todo eso se fue disminuyendo. Y pues no había dónde. Y inclusive para uno, we still rodeo. We didn't want to be driving 2-3 hours, so we just put on our own practice pen.
And then you never bucked, have you?
No.
So then how'd you get involved with the school? Cause
it was about 4 or 5 years ago, right? A little bit longer.
When we did the first bull riding,
the Thrills and Chills out in Triple C, right? Yeah. So I just started my business. It was just I was just testing it out, and this is my first time I ever go out anywhere to set up a booth and just shape hats. And
we'll get to that, the part of your business.
Oh, you bet.
After that.
Oh yeah,
So
he just invited me over, and we started working, and it was pretty cool because I just that's when I started meeting a lot more people in the rodeo industry. Like I'll just only know people that I rope with, and it's a very small circle. I really didn't really socialize with people. I just stay at the trail, chill, because I was so nervous to go rope or whatever. I'd shake in my stirrups and everything. But so that I met him. I remember, like back in the day when we used to go shop at Broken Horn. We'll look over. Have you been to old Broken Horn? You can look over the rails, and we see these 2 kids coming, punchy as fuck, just walking. And then I'll tell my coworkers, hey, the Bakersfield boys are here. Yeah, fucking act tough. All right. We go tuck in our shirts, and we'll try to look as bad as they did. You know what I mean? I was just working there selling boots, And they're like, yeah. So what's up, you guys? You guys are bull riders? Yeah. So what do you do? Oh, team roper. And that's it, And then little by little, I'll start seeing them at the violets and stuff, and we just started chit chatting, and we just like you said, we clicked, and we just been real good friends after that, and he's always been there to help me, and I've been there to help him, and that's how me and him just kind of click. Mostly just it's like a what do you say? Like there's no. Oh no! There's no fucking. I'm all stuck right now. There's no interest in between us, but just to see each other just grow and grow as a person, and just good friends like him. You can't really find too much.
That's a good thing you say that, because that's a big problem in our community. In the Charros, have you guys ever heard of the crab mentality? The crabs in a bucket mentality?
Yeah.
Have you heard of that? So, basically, there's this theory. Well, not theory. It's an actual proven thing. Que si agarras una cubeta y pones cangrejos en la cubeta, cuando uno se trata de subir, los otros demás lo bajan. Y cuando lo bajan, entre la manada, le empiezan a quitar las piernas para que no se suba. Y eso es algo que es muy común entre los mexicanos, que es algo que yo estoy tratando de... Bueno, yo sé que nunca voy a lograr eliminarlo al 100%, pero pero tratar de disminuirlo más con nuestras nuevas generaciones, en vez de criticarnos, mejor apoyarnos. Porque una cosa también que ya voy a empezar a platicar mucho es de que lo que acaba de pasar en Los Ángeles, que estaban tratando de hacer que la charrería fuera ilegal. Lo bueno que no se logró. Una cosa de ellos es que son muy, muy, muy unidos, y aparte de que son muy unidos, saben usar la tecnología y los van convirtiendo. Gente que, por decir de ciudad, que nunca han visto un caballo, nunca han visto un toro, y luego les enseñan clips, cosas de corridos de toros o cosas de otros países que no tienen nada que ver con nosotros, y ya, ahí tienes otra persona que puede votar. Y eso es algo que no hacemos en la charrería y en los rodeos americanos. O sea, tenemos que empezar a ser más unidos. So, esa es otra parte de la misión del podcast, es de tener estas pláticas para que la gente vaya aprendiendo de lo que está pasando. Because I put that post about that article and I asked like, oh, have you read it? No, I think there was like 5 people that responded of like I don't know, 10, 11, 12,000. I don't even know how many people follow that responded like, oh yeah, I read the article. And I'm like,
I've had an experience once and it really marked me. Like, I was trying to learn cómo florear una soga. This is the first time I ever grabbed one, and just at my brother-in-law's place, and I asked this man, I'm like, hey, Oma, ¿cómo me puedes enseñar a florear una soga? And he grabs the rope out of my hand and starts fixing it. And I'm like, cool, he's gonna teach me how to prepare my rope. This guy grabs the rope and throws it at my feet. He's like, primero enséñate a detener una y luego hablamos. But you know, like that's kind of fucked up in the fact that hey guy, I want to learn how to do this, you know. Yeah. And there goes one dream busted by some guy that didn't want to teach a kid how to hold a rope.
Yeah, o sea, a mí también me enseñaron lo mismo, pero después me enseñaron, no, es que tienes que enseñarte cómo hacerle así. Ese detallito fue el que le faltó, que te enseñara eso.
Exactamente. And I see it all the time. Like, you go to one clique of friends, and then one comes out of the circle, and then they start talking about that cat. Like, ay, que blah, 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 que blah. I'm out, you were his compa, giving him shots right now, and then you start talking smack. Like, I don't think that grows, you know what I mean? But that's how it is. It really is. It's sad. I wish we can help each other out more. But it's everybody thinks it's a competition with each other when it's just a competition within yourself.
That's a key phrase, because that's the same thing that Cesar Castellanos, and I always tell people about that. Una vez que vine a charrear acá en, I think, like 2008, le pregunté, I was like, ¿contra quién nos toca? Y le dice, nosotros no charreamos contra nadie más que nosotros mismos. And I was like, that changed my mind, like, for life. I was like, nunca se me va a olvidar eso. Like, I remember exactly where we were at Pico when he told me that. In La Manga, right by the bar, where the bar is now, right by that area. I'll never forget that, because I was starstruck. I'm like, yeah, he's right, because he's like, ¿vas a tirar manganas, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, ¿alguien te va a parar que tires la mangana? I'm like, no. He's like, ahí está, no hay defensa, es por autodefensa. Aquí, todos los que estamos aquí somos hermanos. Todos estamos tratando de lograr lo mismo. So, nunca ves a alguien como, bueno, sí es tu rival dentro del deporte, claro, pero, you know, outside of that, like, no, like, we should all be homies, and that's why the phrase de familia charra, you know, which I know translates also to rodeo, you know, with cowboys. I mean, Charrin told me about it, Santi told me about it, I don't know, I can't remember who else, like, the bonds you guys form when you guys are driving for rodeos, and if one guy's broke and the other one's got the other one, you know, to buy burgers or whatever.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. That still exists, and it's still that way. The camaraderie, dude, it's just awesome.
Sí, y es lo que se necesita, pero antes de tener esas pláticas se tiene que identificar el problema, y qué bueno que lo platicaste tú. And esa es parte de los podcasts. O sea, let's talk. Let's bring it up. Porque I feel like everyone does it like in their little cliques, but no one does it like publicly, you know?
They want to spread the love, like, in other words. Yeah, I remember my first roping ever. It was just a little jackpot, and my buddy lent me his horse because I couldn't use the other ones. So he lent me his horse, and his stirrups are too big. And I told him, hey, the stirrups are too big for me. He's like, oh, you got this? You know how to ride? All right, whatever. So I get on the box, I call for my steer, and this horse just bolts out of the box. I lost my stirrups. I was flapping my legs all over the place. Horse is dead stopped. I didn't catch nothing, and I go flying over this horse head with the reins in my hand and land on my feet. And I look at the old man. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how this landed like that. I don't know. So I looked at the old man that I was roping with, and instead of going, la cagaste, or some things out, you get them next time. Just shorten up your stirrups next time. Thank you, sir. Well, here's your horse. I went back to the trailer. But so just that old man that I never knew, I didn't really know his name to the day, but he just told me like, hey, bro, you got this. Like, everything's going to be fine. You get them next time. And I don't hear that a lot in within us, in that bucket we're in.
Why do you think so?
Because I think what team roping taught me, there's a lot, like you said, there's a lot of camaraderie with people. Like you have your circle, and then you have your circle knows other people, and those people know you because you rope with your buddy, and they know about you. They know who you are. So I went to a roping the other day. Hey bro, how you doing? Oh, you shaping hats here today? Oh no, I'm just roping. And they know that I hang out with Travis, and they know my circle, and they know about us, and they know we're good kids. And they always treat us with open arms, like, hey, bro, come have a drink with us, or you want a horse, you can use my horse, or you can use my, you don't have a rope or whatever, over here, están batallando para encontrar sogas, y todas esconden sus sogas.
Fíjate que interesante que dices eso, porque la primera vez que when I first moved to California, my first charreada, I was warming up for terna, and someone's like, hey, compa, do you need a rope? And I was like, no, I'm good. And like 2 other people did it too, and I asked one of my compas, I'm like, is it really like that up here? He's like, yeah, dude, it's different here. Everybody help each other. And I'm like, but it's nice. And I think I don't know, I think like you just even have a better experience.
Yeah, it just gives you a little bit more hope.
Yeah,
when you have those kinds of experiences.
For humanity.
Yeah, for humanity, please.
No, y luego la cosa es que nunca sabes cuándo vas a necesitar ayuda.
Claro, todos ocupamos ayuda de alguien.
It sucks, but es la realidad.
Easy. Like I said, Frankie's always been there for me. Travis has always been there for me to for work or for not work, man. We go have a good time, or we go work. I work at Travis's ranch like a couple days out of the week just to help him out. And cleaning stalls humbles me still. You know, I clean a stall and then I just reflect on what I do. And just I rope in the morning, I rope in the afternoon, and we just shoot the shit. And pat in the back, we'll do it again tomorrow. And we're always estamos atentos, like, hey bro, are you up? Come help me. Or hey, are you up? We're gonna go to the feedlot or something. No questions asked, I still go. Because he's always offered me his arena, his horses, his saddles, everything. So I wish the world could see that part of rodeo, you know? Like how everybody's united in some way. If it's like I said, like I just seen one of the bull riders that comes here, Eli. I seen him at a roping, and it's so cool to know that it's still that small, that a bull rider will go watch a team roper or go watch his brother or just hang out at the roping. You know, it's pretty cool to know so many people within this, what do you say, this section of people. Yeah.
What else you want to talk about? Because I know when we talked what was it, like a month ago, when we first invited you, like we talked on the phone for like a long time.
I was in the parking lot at work. Oh shit, I gotta go. I gotta go.
He's like, oh, I got so much stuff talking about. I'm like, all
yeah,
right,
let's do it. But like, yeah, like this was a lot of like, since I started, that's what taught me like being around horses and cattle a little bit here and there. Just not no bucking, but it was just Coriani because I'd get killed in there. I wouldn't be able to climb the fence fast enough. But yeah, no, but like I just always just roping's what got me the title. Like, oh, I'm a cowboy now, you know what I mean? But it's not that. I just like team roping. I like the sport, and it just teaches you a lot of virtue, a lot of just like how to be a man in other words, you know, and just how to take responsibility. You got to take responsibility for yourself, an animal, and another animal, you know. And it's just like life, you know what I mean? I like it. I like roping, and I just like being around this stuff.
Why didn't you try charrear?
Honestly, like the same thing with the guy, like the same thing, like it was.
Traumó,
yeah, like for real, like then I'll be hanging out.
Los cangrejos.
Los cangrejos, sí, pero los cangrejos. No, pero Like it was just like a whole different scene. Like everybody had to show up everybody. You know what I mean? Like, oh, él tiene tres piezas. Ah, pues yo también. Pero I couldn't even afford pants. I had to ask my brother-in-law, puedes comprar, estás muy gordito, los míos no te caben. Oh, fuck. But he'll get me, I got a pair of pants finally, and I'll desfilar with them and stuff. But like, always, like I said, like you hang out in the crowd and you hear people just not being nice to each other. It was always a competition, like, oh, this horse sucks, or oh, this fucker, he's always asking for ropes, or he's always asking for brea or something. Like, oh, the blah, blah, blah. And I didn't want to be a part of that. Like, I love it. It's what got me into the lifestyle, you know? And when you watch it, it takes you to a certain place where you wish you were, like, I'd watch a charreada and I was just like, I wish I was in there. But then, like, their values and stuff, I didn't like it. I didn't like how they talked to each other or, like, how they talked about each other. Like, I can talk to Frankie, to somebody else, and they go, man, this guy's so awesome, blah, blah. And then Frankie, like, he really is what you projected him to be. And there's some people that, oh, yeah, he's so cool, blah, blah. Like in the charrería world, like, oh, he's not, bro, he's an asshole or something like that. Like, but he's not. Like, you probably didn't give him a chance, or you probably did something to piss him off, and he's not cool with you in a certain aspect. But that's how it is. It's sad.
I'm curious too. How'd you go from walking away from charrería to more rodeo?
Like you said, it was cheaper.
Oh yeah, too. Got to buy a $35 rope.
No, sí, compa, ya preocuparse uno de
No more.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, I mean, because wait, how much do roping ropes cost?
Back in the day, were like 35. Now they're like 50.
Oh,
yeah, bro.
I thought he was gonna say like $150 and shit.
No, that's for 3.
Esos canijos last on, they get kinked.
Yeah.
Pull out another one, bro.
Damn, I wish my ropes were that cheap.
Right?
No, I had like 3 of them. I'm down to 2. No, I'm down to 1.
See, las de arriar are like $150 right now.
You can buy 3 with them. Yeah, no, and the roping gloves, those are disposable too.
I've seen people buy these Home Depot roping gloves.
They get all wongos like old socks. You can see it coming down your wrist.
Sorry, Frank, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, compa.
It's the worst thing ever, dude. You get your dally caught up in the thing. You're like, oh, my finger. Oh, it's still there.
Wait, you get your belly cut up?
No, big dog. I get stuck in that fucker. When sometimes my belly's too big or something, my fucking belt buckle goes over the saddle horn. And I get stuck and I can't dally. I just look at Travis. Dude, sorry, dude. I need to lose like 15 pounds or something.
But you lost a lot of weight, dude.
Oh, my boys.
He lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, it's all good. Eating good.
Preach it, compa.
Yeah, you just gotta. People say, "Oh, it's the gym." No, it's not the gym. The gym is like 20% of what you do. You gotta eat right and drink right. Just what I mean, just water. Mine's over there.
Yeah. All right, sorry, Frankie, man. I didn't mean to cut you off like that, compa. My bad, compa. Dale, pues.
¿De qué? A ver qué le contesto.
De cómo te fuiste de charrería al rodeo.
Like I said, pues cuando vino mi hermano, en ese entonces es cuando todavía íbamos mucho para allá con Luis, y él los facilitaba todo, te digo, los prestaba animales, monturas, todo. Y ya cuando fue creciendo uno, pues ya it's time to grow up, y ya hacer el gasto uno, pues ya se nos dificultaba un poquillo más. Pero like I said, right then es cuando se vino mi hermano con todos los animales. Llegó con yeguas, llegó con 20 animales de reparo, cajones, arena. So se me facilitó meterme al rodeo, you know what I mean? Y ahí pues tenía todo lo que ocupaba, la base, tenía equipo de montar, tenía todo. So, bien bendecido y agradecido, you know what I mean? La oportunidad me la pusieron y pues aproveché.
Ya. ¿Cada cuándo están haciendo eventos?
Aquí pues te digo, práctica 2 veces por semana. Eventos tratamos de hacerle uno al mes de pérdida, uno o 2. Este año, si Dios permite, es lo que estaba hablando con Andy hace ratito, si Dios permite vamos a expandir poquito, y todavía vamos a tener 1 por mes aquí y 1 por mes fuera de aquí. So vamos a ir a Tehachapi, para Fresno, para Sanger, a arenas de otros amigos. Igual, como dice él, todos nos apoyamos de una manera u otra, y no, los que son amigos y sinceros pues siempre están ahí, las puertas abiertas. So, gracias a Dios, 1 al mes, uno al mes mientras el clima esté bien, que no esté muy lodoso. Y aún así esté lodoso y todo. We still show up. There's not a lot that stops us, man. There's not a lot that stops us.
I mean,
It takes a lot, man.
We can't say en charrería porque las pinches sogas se madrean. Pero eso es otra cosa, you know?
Yeah. But as far as the bulls, man, yeah, it gets muddy and rank. It gets good.
What else did you want to talk about? Dude, that was. I swear, I wish we would have recorded that conversation. It was so awesome.
Which old one we had?
Yeah.
Oh,
But I was on the shitter.
Yeah, those conversations are made on the shitter, bro.
my legs went numb, and I was like, all right, I think we gotta get in this conversation.
No, but like I met a lot of cool people in charrería, like Polinar Mendoza, Chiquilin. Yeah, they know me since I was like 13, 14. And actually, Poli, he saved me once.
Yeah?
Yeah, we were in the cajones and I thought I was helping, but I was in the way. Like always. Andy, get the fuck out of the way. Ah! But estaban pasando los toros de reparo. Yeah, y we were at Phoenix, Rancho Corona. That's a nice, it turned into a nice lienzo. So I was just there chilling, minding my own business. Slim fit Wranglers. Look like a freaking, like a sausage, big dog. You look like a muffin top. Anyway, so this I just hear clink 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 like the gates opening and stuff. And then Polinares, he just look him up. I look up at him. Say, gordito, ¿qué? Quítate, huh? Yeah, I'm hard at hearing. Quítate, huh? I just see a little fucking curly dude coming to me. I'm like, ¿pa dónde me voy? Boom, I just jump. Caigo de nalgas, but he saved me. Say, quítate. Ma, quítate, ¿por qué? Oh, and I seen that fucker just coming. I'm gonna run me the fuck over.
Coming hot.
Coming to dog with my slim fit Wranglers. I thought it was cool back then, dude. Voy a respirar. Me subí al caballo. Y sí,
How'd you start the why this old hat?
This old hat.
I gotta get that started.
Oh, so you know Chris Ledoux, right? The country singer.
Yeah.
So he has this song, this Cowboys hat, and it talks about a hat and what it represents to you and what it is to you. And in that song it says the phrase "this old hat." And one day I was real mad. I was real mad at Broken Horn because I felt unappreciated. You know, like I do. Like a lot of customers would come just asking for me to shape their hats. You know, and you know me, I talk a lot, and we'll just get to talking, and I'll be in one hat. Ya pasan 30 minutos, and I got like 2 other people waiting for me. So I'll shape their hat, and then he's off. But they'll ask other people, like, oh, he can shape your hat. No, I want Andy to shape my hat. So I had 3 people waiting for me, and then the next one come in, I'll take another 30 minutes to shape a hat, when it usually takes me 15, maybe 10. And so I just started just helping out people, and I got mad. I'm like, you know something? You got on my ass for that. And I'm like, I want to make my own hat company one day. I'm just going to shape hats. So I made this email, this old hat, 767. That's how Google gave it to me. Yeah, that's why the 767. Everybody's, what's the 767? I don't know. Come up with something.
Make something up. Well, you could have made something up right now.
Come up with something. And so that's how it came out to be like 767. And I saved that email just to have that name. And one day I quit Broken Horn and I started working at a cheese factory.
A cheese factory?
Yes, sir. Los Altos.
Okay.
Requesón? Te la hacemos.
That's not a paid as a sponsorship.
That was it. But como se dice, pues empecé. I started working, but at the same time, I was still working at the ranch. So I work nights from 4 to 4. So 4 o'clock in the afternoon to 4 in the morning, and I'd wake up at around 10, go to the ranch, rope a little bit, and then go back to work, and then come back. And then that went on for a while, and then they called me. Broken Horn called me again and said, "Hey man, I want you to work the weekends for me." And I'm like, "Man, but those are the times I work. Like those are the times I rope. But can you guys work with the schedule?" He's like, "Yeah. If just tell me the roping you're gonna go to, we'll put it on the thing, and you'll be able to come in and out." And they did something weird to me, so I ended up getting laid off from Broken Horn. And I didn't even know how it happened. That's another story. But so I was like, dude, like, what am I gonna do? So I started working I was just working at the cheese factory for a while. And here comes one of my wrecks, boys. So we were out of practice pin, and I backed up into the box, and this was not my horse. This is
Okay, so people who don't know, explain what the box is.
well, the header's box is one box here, the chute, and then on your right hand side is a heeler's box. So the header goes on one box, and here goes on another, in the middle of the steer. So I back up in the box, and one of my friends, lived in Cowden, comes out telling me, hey, what the beep, 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 beep. What the fuck, he says. Andy, how long have you been roping for? And he was an older guy, so he didn't, about 10 years, sir. All right, well, you gotta cinch up your horse good. And he goes there and he cuts this fucker in half, pulls the fucking cinch. You can feel that fuck. You know cuando un caballo se siente culero? Sentí la pancita que le creció. Dije, fuck. And then he goes to the back cinch, cranks that one. So now you're ready to go. Back up in there, nod. So I go to nodding. His horse stops in the middle of the box. And so I was already like all hyped up. So I kind of spurred him. He fucking hops out. Whoop. And I tried to rope him, but I didn't feel a horse. All I felt was air. And I go, what the fuck's going on? This fucker's going bonk. I was at the NFR that day. I really was. I was fucking bucking him. I was saddle bronc riding, no team roping that night. So I go, and this fucker goes about 4 times, bucks 4 times on me. But every jump, I'd go up in the air. On one of them, I landed on his neck. I don't know how I wiggled myself back to the saddle. Now I'm ready for another one. Boom! I'll go up and I land on the saddle horn. And I go back down 3 times. And I couldn't take the pain because I felt my muscle just like jello. You know, so I tried to like Superman my way out of it. But at the same time, when I got up and bail, the horse hit me in the ass. So I did a shoot down to the ground. And I landed on my neck and my shoulder. And I broke I tore my ligaments. So
on your shoulder,
on my shoulder, yeah. So you know Luis Hernandez, Diego and Chris's cousin. Este Luis Luciano.
Oh yeah.
Luciano.
Yeah.
So he was healing for me, and I told him. I got up. As soon as I got up, I heard you know when you crack a chicken wing, you hear it crack? That's what I felt in my brain, you know? And I got up, and I was still all hyped up. And I look at Louis. Louis, I think I shit my pants. So Louis, I think I shit my pants. He's like, what? He's like, don't worry about your fucking shitting your pants. Look at your shoulder. And my shoulder was down. And I didn't freak out. I just went to a fence, and I just cranked this up, and it went back in, but my clavicle came out at the same time. It's a bad deal. And I was just sitting on a tractor wheel, crying kinda. I wasn't crying. That was cried a little bit. I did. And then I was just sitting on the thing, and then Travis goes up. Don't let your mom know about this. I don't know how can I not let her know. Look at my shoulder.
No, y la putiza que te va a dar después.
So I got home. I hate to say this, but I took off my pants and everything, and I went into my room. I took off my pants and everything. I threw them out the window so they wouldn't see the rips and everything else. And I threw them out the window, and I was just, all right, what do I do now? I'm a massage therapist. What do you do? And so I'm like, hot water. So I go in the shower, put hot water on my shoulder, and I was feeling great. I keep moving a little bit. All right, cool. I laid down, couldn't sleep because of the pain. So I had to go to the restroom, and I fell on it. Ahí solté el grito. My mom con sus griñitas. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué te pasó? Like, me desloqué el hombro, mamá. Ya sabía desde que entraste a la casa. No te miraba igual, que sabe qué, sabe cuánto. Le hago, pues, me voy a aguantar un poquito más. Y si no me mejoro, pues vamos al hospital. Take me to the hospital like at 9 in the morning next morning. que me aguanté, como los hombres. No, pues me llevaron al hospital. And we went to good old great LA, the USC, what's it called? General Hospital. We went to General Hospital. I didn't have insurance. So I pull up. Oh, what happened to you? Well, I fell off a horse. Yeah, I fell off a horse. And this is how closed-minded people are about horses in LA. What were you doing? What? Well, I was roping a cow and I fell. And I dislocated my shoulder. In LA? Well, not in LA, but a little bit out yonder, you know. You getting paid for this? And I looked at her with a smile and said, not yet. So I pulled up and they checked me. They told me what I had. I had a big old, like a hematoma the size of 2 softballs. Still have it. Yeah, that's why I don't wear tight pants, because I think something different. So that's why I stopped wearing slim fit Wranglers. So anyway,
that's why you stopped wearing slim fit.
Yeah, para que no sepa, para que no vayan y digan. Anyway, so all that happened. I went back home and I couldn't work for like freaking 6 months or something like that. So I sat my ass in my room and said, "What am I gonna do for work?" So next big thing, I can do this and I can do this. I'm gonna shape hats.
Oh, thank God you got back to
yeah,
I was like, is he getting back to the story?
Yeah, I'm getting back. And that's how I said, you know something? I'm going to end up shaping hats for my friends. And I know my friends are going to support me because I know a lot of people in my mind. I know a lot of people from Broken Horn, and I know a lot of people from the rodeo scene, and I know a lot of people from the charrería scene.
Porque ya te habían descansado de Broken Horn en el momento.
Exactamente.
Okay. Okay.
Y por eso yo me agarré de esa idea. Dije, pues, ¿por qué no? Why not? I could shape hats. So I got my, because this is in el trámite de getting hurt to my last unemployment check. So I'm like, you know something? I'm going to get this unemployment check and buy me a steamer. And I bought myself a little Jiffy steamer, and I just started posting stuff on Instagram.
I remember when you first started posting.
Yeah,
stuff.
I'll start posting anything. I'll grab any hat, shape it, and put it on there. Grab any hat, shape it. I'll grab my dad's hat. My dad kind of got busted for that one. But he said, no quiero mi tejana como pala, como la tienen ustedes. Por favor, más abiertita. No, pa, quiero que se mire bien. No, tu cola. Órale, pues. But anyway, so I started shaping hats little by little, and then people that knew me other people like, hey, Andy's back shaping hats. Andy's shaping hats again, and it just started rolling. And I had one of my friends with my logo, the logo that I have now, with the TOH with the horns and stuff and the mustachio. That one my friend came up with it, and he helped me out and everything. And then I just wanted that logo to fill up my business card. This is Andy Hat Shaping. Call me if needed, whatever. And then it's just fucking empty, you know. I want something like, oh, I'm gonna keep this fucker, you know. It's just not another name. So my friend came up with that, and then I tweaked it. I had another friend tweak it a little bit more, and it is what it is now, like this one. So I started brainstorming, like, how can I get into rodeo? And that's when Frankie came in. And I said, hey, you have any places I can, like, shape? Yeah, come to Triple C. Oh, well, remember that night was cold. But that was my first time that I got to set up. And there was another brand out there right next to me, a lot better known than me. And that day I knew that I had something going because everybody was on this side with me shaping hats. And there was another brand on the other side that was a lot more famous than I was, that they'll just go and look at his merchandise and just come back around me. And I got excited. I got a little, I'm gonna run with this, you know. I started making more caps. The first time I made caps was probably a batch of 15, and I made them with Felix Prieto. So he was the first guy that I got my caps with. And then I put them up on Instagram, and I want to say in an hour I sold them all. And I'm a big dog. I'm going to get another 15. I'm going to get 30 this time. And then I just started getting 30 by a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks out. I'll sell them out, and I'll get 60. And then one of my friends helped me out with the website, and he helped me set it up and everything. And with the website, I started selling more caps, and like the brand grew itself. Like I didn't mean to make a brand. I just wanted a service, and now everybody wants the brand, and that's I'm really grateful for that, because I can see a person and they're wearing my cap and I know who they are. That's the cool thing. Like the order for me, like I used to work with Seguel Peña, and I used to work with them on a tour on 2019 before the whole pandemic started.
¿O fuiste de gira con Checa?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and
I didn't know that.
No. Oh, and so I'll go to the fairgrounds or wherever places were, and I'll see my caps out in the public, you know, and I didn't know that person because they ordered it online. I'm like, this is so cool, you know. So I just kind of stuck with it. Like I'll have like fluctuations. Like I'll start selling a bunch of caps, and then I'll stop, and then I'll do it again because I want to focus on the shaping hat part. But I think the brand took over the hat shaping. The hat shaping used to be more of my moneymaker than my brand. But now my brand is the one that kind of took over, but comes with it at the same time. So it's pretty cool. Like I got hired by 2 hat companies from Texas, War Bonnet Hat Works and Big R. I got to work with those 2 companies. I worked with the War Bonnet like about, I think 3 years, back to back, and then and then they didn't call me back, and then the next year, I got called by Big R, like, oh hey, do you want to shape hats for me for the finals? I'm like, yeah. So this is all during Las Vegas, the NFR.
What year?
Yeah. 2000. I want to say 15, 16, and 17, and that started that when I worked with War Bonnet, that got me more people from outside of state, people sending me hats from like South Dakota just to shape a hat.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and what blew my mind is that the hat shaping was less than the shipping. And I told him, "Are you sure you want to send it to me? Like, I'm not saying, hey, I don't want to do your hat, but it's like $50-something to ship out a hat. But you're still sending me your hats for $15 shape, you know? Yeah, no, I seen your work, and you shaped my hats out in Vegas. Oh, all right, cool. And I started getting people from, like, South Dakota, like, Washington, Oregon, stuff like that, and it was so cool.
You know there's charrería in South Dakota?
For real?
No.
I just found out this morning.
That's badass.
I just found out this morning. I made a post 3 weeks ago, and now charrería is practicing 25 sports. Now it's 26. I just found out this morning.
No?
That's cool.
Yeah. Paco Cerón told me. He posted that que me mandaron una soga a South Dakota, and I called him like, compa, ¿me mandando a South Dakota? Yeah, compa, ya empecé charrería. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh.
That's insane. No, that's
cool.
We're literally in 25, half the U.S. is practicing charrería now.
That's awesome.
it is. It really is.
That's great.
Sorry. I just had to share that.
But I hope they have that love for it. You know what I mean? Just to.
Pero fíjate que I was talking to a girl from Arkansas, Alabama, no me acuerdo, el otro día, and I was telling her, I was like, you know, let me know like team pages because I want to help support. She's like, oh, no, nadie nos pela. Like we don't ever find out. Like they don't ever, no one. There's never coverage on any website or any Instagram page. I'm like, well, we got you. Just send me stuff because I've never been out there, so I don't know anybody. So, but that's the cool thing about social media is that you can use it to network and communicate and grow.
I think that without social media, I wouldn't be out. My brand wouldn't be as known as it is. I'll probably still be like that local. Like, oh, Andy in South Almani shapes hats, and I'll just get those people from that area. Like, I used to get a lot of people from, like, the valley, from, like, Soma or, like, San Fernando Valley. And then I'll get people from, like, Pico, Whittier, where the horses at. They'll come to me. Or if I wasn't there, they'll go to Christopher that Arriba's place or something. Or he'll just tell Christopher, tell them, oh, it's a lot closer if you come to Andy's, and they'll come to me.
Yeah, I was going to tell you the same thing, Frankie, like for your school to keep growing because it's cool. And I mean, you do content. Obviously, like the quality of it isn't good, but
Yeah,
porque no
everything's
sabes.
off the phone.
Yeah,
Everything's
yeah,
just
exactly.
off the
Well, you can
phone.
do a lot of cool
What-
stuff off your phone, though.
Right.
Más tienes que enseñarte, pero when you have questions, just hit me up and I'll tell you for sure.
No, yeah.
I'll teach you.
Definitely.
Pero yeah, okay. So you already went on your rant about your business. A ver, tú platícame más de la escuela. Porque si no, vas a hablar todo el tiempo. I want to give you a chance. No, es que lo que me gustó mucho, lo que me platicó de ti, fue de que de eso de los niños. And I got a big special spot for kids. I don't have any kids, but it's like,
Likewise.
I don't know what I know what it's like to not have anybody teach you. So when I see when someone's doing it, I'm like, oh, okay, we gotta support that and get the message out.
Yeah. Igualmente yo tampoco tengo hijos, pero you do get you build a bond with these little guys, you know what I mean? And you get kids from all ages, all races. You meet a lot of people, dude, and it's just that it becomes a family, for sure. And like all these kids, you get kids that come already, they've had a little bit of experience, or I've been on 4 or 5, so they've had some type of knowledge towards it. But then we've had kids that it's like, hey, we don't, like, I don't even know what side to get on, you know, like.
Tell me a story of like one kid that stands out that like nada que no sabe nada de nada.
Well, one kid in particular is it's a young kid named Brennan West, and this kid, same thing. His family is just really good, humble people, but they're country folk, but they're not rodeo people. You know what I mean? They ride horses, etc., but nothing rough stock. And this kid showed up one day, and he heard about us just heard it through the grapevine. You know, a lot of people spread word of mouth, and that's how he got here. Someone referred him, and he showed up. Kid didn't have any gear towards it, didn't have any knowledge, but he had the want. And man, did this kid adapt quick. Right now, he's one of the better kids here. Like, he's bloomed, and he's been riding maybe a year and a half, and he went from getting on steers and junior bulls in his first year, and I'm putting him on some of my better bucking bulls right now.
What's a junior bull? Sorry to cut you off, but explain.
It's just the weight difference.
Yeah.
But they dang sure buck.
Yeah, because I mean, what I do know is that, like, and the thing about the podcast too is that, so with charrería, people always talk about education charrería, but no one ever does it. So that's why, like, when we do episodes, like, I'll stop, like, hey, we gotta explain what it is, so that someone who likes it or sees it on TV or social media, wants to like get in, we gotta teach them like at least the basics. So from my understanding with the bulls is you rank them from 1 to something, and obviously 1's beginner, and as you go on van creciendo. But I don't know the full ranking system.
So como un junior bull venía siendo como un torete, compa, ya como algo que meten en las charreadas, un torete ya de 1,000 libras, a base a cambio ya un toro de 1,500, 1,600 para arriba, ¿me entiendes? So es un torete, es simplemente el peso, pero el calibre es igual.
Pero aren't they ranked too by their level of difficulty?
Oh yeah, of course. But everything here is, like I said, if you're entered, it's you should know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, don't enter. Not in a bad way or in a disrespectful way to anybody. Obviously, if you're entered, it's because you have the ability.
Yeah, and when you say enter, you're talking about the competitions. But obviously,
Yes,
the school's open
obviously,
to anyone.
Yes, the practice pin, that is open to anybody that has the want to do it. So that we take anybody. And when it comes to the practice pen or teaching, etc., anybody's welcome.
So
definitely.
Walk me through, if you like that kid that didn't know anything. What was like the first day like when he showed up?
Well, we had to teach him from scratch simply what the rope is. You got to start there, and then we break it down to him on a barrel. We have a bucking barrel.
It's out up front. Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's out front, and it simulates, of course, a bucking bull. But we break it down to them roughly. But when they come like on an off day, I can really take a day and really take time with them and break it down and teach them the basics, which is what I know. You know what I mean? And but when you show up on a practice day and it's like, hey, I'm here, it's my first time I want to do it. We're kind of going through things. So I'll have one of the kids that knows a little bit more. Hey, break it down to them while I start. We'll be running bulls. Excuse me. We'll be running bulls, and I'll have somebody break it down to them while we're doing that. But everybody starts from scratch, from the equipment to the spurs, the glove, the protective gear, the helmet, the vest, etc. And then, like I said, we simulate what a bull is like on a barrel, and we break it down there. And then we start everybody from scratch. You know what I mean? Even the adults, cuando llegan los suben los novillos. Mostly everybody starts off on a steer, unless I know you and yeah, you can ride. Yeah, we get you on whatever you need. But if someone's just a walk up and it's like, so we hand them a waiver, and if it's a bucket list, let me know, and I'm gonna put you on something mediocre. You're probably gonna get slammed and be like, I experienced a fucking bull, you know. But if you want to pursue it, then yeah, we're gonna take care of you and baby step you and work your way up.
Yeah. Did you watch that show? Oh, with no. This is not talking about an old show with Tyler Murray when he did the bucking bulls with celebrities.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I think I remember.
It was from the 90s.
I remember it vaguely.
He had like an NFL player. He had.
Oh, the actor from 8 Seconds came out in it.
Yeah.
The one that acted as Tough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I vaguely remember it.
That's why I learned the whole thing about the ranking system, because they put them on one bulls, and o sea, todos que salen así están grandes, son todos de peso, pero like they come out just walking or galloping. So that's why I was like curious when you said Joey Bro. I'm like, okay, I know what it means, but I'm like, is there a difference? Este, so how does it work with like the registration? They just show up and pay like $10 or something, or how does that work?
Well, practice we charge $20 for one or two for 30, and that just goes back to simply keep the animals alive. You know what I mean? And that's the only charge to it. As far as at the events, yeah, well, it's a jackpot. You know what I mean? It's a gamble. So calves, they'll show up, pay $50. So whatever adds up, that goes to their pot, and then we still give $1 to the winner.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cheap too.
Oh, yeah. We make it to where it's affordable, but yet you're winning something, but it's affordable.
Yeah. And then the buckle's a good touch too.
Oh, definitely. This year we jumped out. We actually made, I'll show you here in a bit, they're like a Yeti mug with a buckle instead of a belt buckle.
Oh, yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah, we made some of those. So it's a Winter Cup series. Our finals is actually next weekend for that.
Yeah?
For the kids. So we're actually giving some of those for all divisions.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're pretty nice.
How many divisions do you guys have?
We have calves, steers, junior bulls, and senior bulls, which is la mayor,
Okay.
open
A
division.
ver, para que la gente aprenda, break down the ages de los becerros hasta los toros.
Los becerros vienen siendo...
We'll do it in English though. So
Sí, okay, calves are from roughly 7 to 10. That's calves.
Years.
Yes, 7 to 10 years old. And then our steers start from 10 to 13. That's the cap. And then 14 to 16, you're getting on junior bulls. So roughly each division is it's a 2-year span where you'll start switching divisions. And 17 and up, yeah, you're a man already. You got hair. So yeah, you should be strapping fat back. So yeah.
So he was telling me that Gary LeFew comes out here?
Yes, sir. He's actually got another school here. We've had him here last year. It's his besides the ones he did at home and in Southern California. Other than that, this is his second school he's done in California.
How'd you get connected to them? That's badass.
Through another buddy of ours that hosted it and helped and put one on in Southern California, Ron Jennings. And it's just a small rodeo world, you know what I mean? So he's like, hey, I need a good spot. He said, I know where you can go.
For people who don't know who Gary LeFew is, tell them.
Gary's he's a national champion he's from Napomo, California. He used to have a ranch there. Now he's in Texas, and like I said, we'll have him here. He came last year. He'll be here March 4th and 5th. He'll have a 2-day school here again. But yeah, he's a world champ. Really good guy. Really cool. Good people.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I got a buddy in Texas that his son went to his school. He's like, yeah, he's super humble, super chill.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, we've had a few celebs come through here and a little bit of everything for sure, man. It's been ups and downs and goods and bads, but you get to meet a lot of good people, a lot of good experiences. I'm pretty sure we got somewhere to crash in every state, if I'm correct. You know what I mean? There's always, you just meet people and their doors are always open. We're just cool like that with everybody. Doors are always open here. Like if someone doesn't get along with people here, you definitely got an issue. Because, man, people here, like I said, this is just people, good people.
Sorry, cut you off. Do you have charros that come here to practice?
Yeah, definitely. Well, there's been some in and out, definitely. Pero de aquí de Bakersfield, like, there's a young man, va a charrear este año, Jaime Carrillo. Gabriel de la Cruz, he'll come every now and then. He goes to Crown Sevens as well. You get a mixture of guys for sure, bro. You get a mixture of guys. You get some of the top guys in the California circuit as well. You get, like I said, you get everybody from scratch to guys in the pros.
Yeah. Ahora, ¿estás viendo charreadas? Do you watch charreadas often?
Yeah.
Or you just focused on just rodeo?
I'm really focused on what I do, pero obvio, el nacional, los torneos, todo. O sea, mi fiancé también monta las escaramuzas. So.
Oh, she does? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So, todavía estamos en eso. Todavía estamos cerca.
Ahora, de los jinetes que estás viendo ahorita, ¿qué tips o qué estás notando? Porque antes sí se jineteaban toros grandes. Y ahora, well, like right now, we're in a cool transition where we're starting to get back to all the old bulls.
I love it.
It's funny because organizamos una charrea, parte de un circuito, de una liga el año pasado. Y yo fui a traer los toros, pero toros grandes de percha. And my compa, Juan Luis, he's like, dude, when those bulls were loading, your eyes lit up. I'm like, yeah, man, it's about time. I'm sick and tired of seeing these little steers. I was like, we didn't rope or ride those when I was a little kid. Now, and we got so used to them. Right. It's like, ya, nadie sabe cómo trabajar toros en terna with big ones. And it's like, it's good. We need to get back to that.
It's a big difference when
huge
you're
difference.
Pulling the jersey around or a Corrieni, vas a México al Nacional, and it's a big transition.
Yeah. So can jinetes charros come here and like?
Obvio, no, puertas abiertas. Cuando guste, el que guste, obvio. La arena tiene el propósito y es para entrenar y mejorarse. Y es para todos.
Okay, bueno. What else you want to talk about? Man, I keep saying that. Come on, dude.
I don't know.
Whatever you want, man. It's up to you.
There's a lot of things to talk about.
Give me some. Give me some cowboy wisdom.
The dog, big dog. You want none of my cowboy wisdom.
This is for you guys to talk, man.
Grab on and don't fall.
That's one thing I was telling Andy is like, everyone always asks, it's like, oh, what questions? I was like, it's not an interview. We're just shooting the shit. We're shooting the shit. And the other thing too is that like para el público is like, one thing I've learned, and it's crazy because I watch a lot of content about like entrepreneurs and stuff, and I'll see entrepreneurs like I don't know, like a Gary Vee. I don't know if you know who that is.
Gary Vee's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a marketing guru. And then you'll see him. He did a reel the other day where he was at one of his conventions years ago, like 10, 15 years ago or something like that. And there's this little Asian girl like asked him a question. She was like, I think 9, and she was an entrepreneur. And she's like, oh, a lot of people criticize him, and he was like, fuck him, just do your business. And she showed up to a convention a few months ago. And now she's a multimillionaire. She's only 19 years old. And then he's like, when you work, things just line up. So like, I applaud you all the work you're doing because por eso estamos aquí, because of compa. He's like, oh, he's doing good things for the community. I'm like, okay, we got to talk about that, even if it's small. And I hope this gets you some exposure. And we'll share your content. Just tag us or let me know. Pues con gusto,
Definitely appreciate that.
That Gary Vee guy's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see them going like to garage sales and buy like coffee mugs and selling for like fucking $100 or something like that on eBay or something. And he respects all kinds of hustles. And not just like I got this brand. No, he goes from like comic books all the way to clothes to teddy bears and everything. That's crazy. Yeah.
Así empezó. O sea, ya es uno de los mejores de mercadotecnia en todo el mundo, pero pues así empezó, like little by little.
Yeah, he used to sell like wine or something like that with his dad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When I first started, that's when I started looking at like Gary Vee, and I would get all pumped up. But yeah, I'm gonna go sell some more caps today, or just creating more content, And that's. I wish I was more tech savvy, and I'd get a lot. I wish I can take everything I have in my head and put it on content, and make it.
You
live.
can.
Yeah, we can.
You just gotta screw up. You gotta fuck up. I just told you I didn't know how to turn these on until 5 minutes before I had to turn them on.
Do it.
Todavía ni sé lo que estoy haciendo todavía.
Bring me my GoPro.
Just gotta do it, bro.
Yeah, todavía no sé lo que estoy haciendo. Me estoy enseñando. Cada día me enseño algo diferente. Pero es que la diferencia es de que tienes que tener el deseo y ejercerlo. Like, you gotta actually do it. Don't just talk about it. Just try it. And it's okay. You gotta fuck up to get better. Jordan was very big about that. That's one of the things I loved about him, is his ideology that you have to fail to succeed. There's no way around it. You're not gonna wake up a champion one day.
If you haven't fallen off a horse, you haven't ridden one.
Oh, bro, I've failed more than I have succeeded. Imagine that. It's been a rough patch, and I'm very blessed and thankful.
I remember my second batch of caps, I did not sell one of them. like my second big batch. So I was like, man, I had all kinds of neon colors. I started handing them out at the NFR. You want to follow me on Instagram? Here's a free cap.
Yeah, cuando empecé a ordenar las de cachuchas de Charro Talk, I still got like 20 of them. No se vendieron muchas. Yeah. O sea, la culpa la tengo yo, claro, pero it's okay.
No, but you got a pretty cool logo.
It's all right.
I like it. It scares me. Ooh.
Why?
I don't know. If it don't scare you, it ain't big enough, you know what I mean? So it does scare me.
That's true.
In a good way.
Yeah, claro. ¿Cómo se llama el nombre de la escuela?
La escuela no tiene nombre necesariamente, pero...
Entonces, el nombre que está en Instagram, pero entonces si no es de la escuela, es de los eventos, ¿de qué?
No, that's...
Huh? I'm going to cue the music because the name's coming out.
No, that all started between me and this guy. It was just a joke, bro. Just literally a joke. Every now and then, este canijo se aburría. Like you said, he'd come for a week or two at a time con mis ojos, yeah. So we'd hang out and, you know, we'd go to the dance or we'd hang out or barbecue. We'd barbecue a lot, bro. We buck a lot of bulls here in the summer. So he'd do a pop-up. Hey, wait, make some gas cash. So he'd let people know, hey, I'm in Bakersfield. Where?
To show up at White
Frankie's.
Lane at Frankie's.
Well, I'm at the funny farm. One day he's like, where do I tell him I'm at? Tell me at the funny farm.
That's how it started.
It just, one day when it came time to do our first jackpot, well, what are we going to call the place or the arena? Or
La Garguita Feliz.
Yeah, so I was like, it's funny farm. It's just a jackpot. Well, it ended up sticking.
Funny farm.
It ended up sticking. And rumor has it, not a rumor, it's facts. There used to be a bar in town in Bakersfield called the Funny Farm. So
what?
Yeah. And my dad and all the old timers know about it. I was new news to me. So when we made a page, Funny Farm, blah blah blah, older people would reach out or they tell me in person like, you're too young to know about the Funny Farm. And then they told me, they broke it down. There used to be a bar. So then I had to put Funny Farm Arena. So I had to change the logo a little bit and edit it. And yeah, we have to be specific. Funny Farm Arena.
Yeah, you go to tag the place, and it's Funny Farm, and I'm like, this is not Frankie.
Fíjate que a mí me pasó lo mismo when I did the Charro Talk, when I researched it, because when you start a brand, that's the first thing you should do. Claro. Porque pues yo me dedico a mercadotecnia, like I've been doing marketing for 12 plus years. The first thing you do in our modern time is go on Instagram or Facebook, well, preferably Instagram, but and type it in like, oh, is this name? And when I saw Charro Talk podcast was taken, I was like, ah, crap. Okay, so I'll just do Charro Talk. And I'll add the podcast later on and the rest of the branding. That's crazy, dude, that worked out like.
Yeah, so we just put arena on it just to be specific.
Dude, that's destiny.
Yeah. That's crazy. No, a lot of people will come up to me thinking I was from Bakersfield. So, hey, bro, when are you going to be back? When are you going back home? And I'll be at Pico. I'm back home. I am home. I live 10 minutes away from here. You're not from Bakersfield? Yeah, you're not from Bakersfield? I'm like, no. God, but you're there all the time. I'm there all the time. But I live here.
And I think he still has some underwears and T-shirts in the
for
drawer.
real. Could have those back. No, but yeah. So like people would ask me like, "Hey, you going to the Funny Farm this weekend?" So at the baile when I'd work out there shaving hats, and I'm not, I'll be out there in 2 weeks, and they'll show up and they'll go, "It's backyard." Yeah.
Que lo que te dije cuando llegué.
Yeah, it's a backyard.
When I called you, I'm like,
Todos
dude,
se asombran, compa.
Yeah.
Todos se quedan sorprendidos.
I'm like, yeah, I thought this was a big arena. Nah, this is the hype, big dog, the little one, but it's a hype. So everybody would start talking about it, and I want to go, and then people would come from all over, like from Sanger, they'll come and just shape a hat and leave, and that's how they started finding out, like, oh man, this is a good event, and they'll stay and watch, and then they'll leave, and then they'll come back for the next event or something like that. But it's pretty cool, like
you'd be surprised actually how it goes on here, dude. The bull competitions that we do, dude, it's intense too. You have a lot of the top bulls in California as they're maturing, from calves to older bulls, and it's just a fun process to watch them. It's pretty gnarly.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it trips me out. I see a 10-year-old mad already, dragging his belt, his cowbell, pissed off. I should have done this, that. Like an adult, I'm like, Jesus Christ! I wish I was thinking like that.
It's all about the kids here, dude. They're the hype around here. Like it pumps me up so bad to see one of these kids do a bull ride, dude. It's just I get an adrenaline just off watching them actually stay on and do good. It's like that's what we work for, you know what I mean?
Just watching them grow up, like here in this backyard, they grew up from riding their little bulls to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, and like Abe, Babe Bramer, one of our friends, he started bull riding, but poor kid would get hurt. Like
He's just accident prone, bro.
He dislocated his shoulder, or he got
two punctured lungs.
Two punctured lungs.
Back to back.
Yeah, so
he healed from it the first time. 2 bulls back into it, punctured it again. So we're like, bro, you need to switch it up, man. It's not your cup of tea. I said,
I guess what he is now.
A roper.
No, he's a bullfighter.
I said, you need to start backing me up. I need help every now and then. Well, now he's one of the betters in our area, and he's pushing to get his PRCA permit now. He's get his pro card.
That's one of the kids that I see grow up in this place. He was, 14 when he was with us?
Right around there, 14, 15.
This dude, he does a little bit of like camera work and stuff, and
yeah, he does some really good work.
There you go. Así se empieza. Learn from people that are better from you.
Yeah, and then this guy, I'm happy for him that he
Iron
found
sharpens iron.
I'm happy that he found his niche, and doing a lot better and doing better for himself. Just seeing him grow up makes me feel old, but it's cool. My hip don't hurt yet.
No, but like I said, that's what it's about here, man. It's just to watch people mature in the sport and what we do. That's where I get my fix. It's satisfying, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's funny because I was telling a compa a couple months ago, we were talking about organizing kids charreadas out here because casi no hay. Y cuando vivía en Chicago, me tocó organizar unos 3 or 4. I had more fun watching them than me competing. And it was funny because when the little kids would like talk shit to each other, I mean, they're being playful though. They weren't being mean. They're just like talking smack to each other. I just thought it was so much fun to watch that. And it's like, this is cool. The kids should be here instead of doing other crap, you know?
Yeah, it's like watching college football. They try a little harder, you know?
Yeah, that's a good analogy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's you see them and like, man, he's really trying. You can see it in his face and intensity, you know. They're on that horse and they're on that like glue, you know, or they're doing their manganas or something, and you see that passion, and like again, like you don't see that passion in adults no more. They're doing it as a job or just like, oh, this is every weekend. But these kids, like the future,
oh, they're chasing it, bro.
They want it. You know what I mean? They see their idols. They see everybody. Whoever their idol is, they mimic that, you know, and I think the rodeo community is gonna have a brighter future because of them, because they're doing it out of love, and a lot of people are like, that's what I see, you know, like that's what I see with the kids, and that makes me happy because there is hope for someday it's gonna be back to being more of a family and then rivals in within the community.
So what lessons have you guys learned from now being in a rodeo that you think we can take into charreria?
Your word. That's just keep your word. Yeah, just keep your word to who you are, and just be the same to everybody. Like just be that person that, like you said, everybody knows me. I'm happy. I'm everything, and that's how I want. Just to be transparent as you can.
But you're like that every time. Like you're genuine.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to be genuine. Be real. Don't be fake. Just be the same person.
Just be the same thing
with every person. Things would be a lot better.
I think that's my first thing, and then just keep that tradition, you know, and just keep it right. Yeah, just keep it simple like it's always been. Don't make it too complicated. The complications make everything harder. And if you just keep it simple, stupid, everything will be good.
Pero okay, since you grew up in Pico, when did you start seeing the change?
The change in
like the people's attitude in charreria?
When I started getting older and started understanding more, like why would this guy would talk to this guy, or this guy would be here, or like why are we cool with this guy and not this guy? Or like, you know what I mean? Like just like a lot of people badmouth each other.
Because you're cool with everyone. I've never heard a single bad word about you ever.
Well, that's exactly what I try to project, and just to be genuine with everybody. That's one thing, it's a bad thing when you talk to somebody and that person's really being genuine, and that other person maybe for whatever reason don't like that person, and you start bad mouthing them, but they look bad because this person's not talking about that guy. And it makes it seem like that. There's a couple people, but like that do that, you know, like, oh, this guy sucks, blah blah blah. But at the same time, where are you at, and where's this person you're talking smack about? You know what I mean? So I just want to that's one of the that's one of the things that I want to just project out, just to be genuine with everybody and just be yourself, because at the end of the day you are yourself, you know, and nobody's gonna change that. It doesn't matter who talks smack about you. They know you personally. They know who you are. Like I've gotten an altercation once at a bar, and some guy thought I was doing something. This is the first time ever I socked somebody at a club.
You hit someone? I don't see you fighting, dude. I do not see Andy fighting. He's a big teddy bear.
Kung Fu Panda.
What's up, big dog?
Hey, he said it, not me, huh?
Yeah, no, and I just like how can you? In my head, I'm like, why are you coming up like this to me? Like, you just tell me, and
I still can't believe it.
Yeah, me neither. And I was like, what? Why that?
Porque?
Yeah, like, you just tell me what I did wrong, and I'll tell you if I did, and I'll be genuine about it and say sorry about it. But nah, it didn't happen like that. So I just had to.
No estate quieto.
Yeah, but I regret it. I totally regretted it after.
Why?
Because it's not me. I just got mad. I just seen blank, and I just chased after him and pink. And the securities got me, took me back.
You got kicked out of a...
No, they took me to the back. Yeah, and they let the guy in the back side. But it's nothing. It's nothing to be bragging about, but it happened.
Yeah, I mean, you're not bragging. We're just talking about it.
But yeah,
I'm just in shock.
No, when I get mad, like, it really has to piss me off, you know. I usually shake it off, or I just laugh about it 5 minutes after. I'll go to the restroom, go, and then come back and just be cool about it. Like, I can say hi to the guy. I don't mind it. I just try to stay away from people like that.
That's crazy. Like my compa Chava said in the last episode, he's like, pinche Charro talk shit. Salen cosas que no te habías imaginado.
No, man. We got kicked out of a bunch of places. I have.
What?
Yeah. I got kicked out of Vidriosas places.
A what?
Una de las vidriosas. You know what those places are?
No.
No? Well, they pole dance. A gentleman's club.
Tú di que un table.
Yeah, it was crazy. We didn't want to pay, so we got kicked out. I thought it was you want to dance like a normal club. I'm like, yeah, let's dance. So she took me to a little room and yeah, and then I came back and told my buddy, hey man, I think the girl needs to get paid, huh? I was like, oh, hold on, we're gonna get kicked out right now. What? Yeah, hey, everybody with the cowboy hats, get the fuck out of here. All right, let's go.
Ya lo vas a divorciar, ¿verdad?
I forgot she was there. Sí, gators. No, dijo que aquí no, pero en el camino para la casa. Bolsazos con el que le di. Toma, pa. You're sitting in the front. But yeah, no, that was an adrenaline rush because one of my buddies, he was drunk and he was in where the table was at, right? And he was just sleeping. He wasn't watching nothing. He was just sleeping. And like, all right, we got everybody. Oh, where's so and so? Oh, he's sleeping by the pole. And they go grab him. They grab him from the armpits and pick him up. He's like, what the fuck is going on? Well, you guys are getting kicked out. Well, I'm not leaving without my water. Grabs his water and just storms out. We're not coming back to this place. No more. No, I don't think we are. We're just on the blacklist now. That was a good one. That was good times. We were just watching the Cowboys that night. That John Wayne movie. And it's all of a sudden, hey, let's go to this club. I'm all right, cool. I was an innocent kid when I was younger.
I would have never thought I'd see you at a table. I'm learning so much about you, compa.
No, it's
2006. I knew it was 13 years. I would have never known this shit.
no. This was about 2014. I was, como dijo, yeah, I had hairs.
Okay, hold on. I perdón, se cortó algo de la cámara. I don't know. Palomazo, get back here. I need your help.
Compa, we need you.
We do, man.
He's a cool guy. I met him at Clásico. Yeah, he did a video for me and everything.
Oh, that's right. He did
He
do
did
a reel
editing.
for you. That's right, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh. I was like 10 pounds lighter then.
You and Palomazo are really similar.
Yeah.
Now that I'm learning all this about you, yeah, you guys are really similar.
Nah, man. I was like, honestly, when I'd go to
That'd be a fun episode. You too.
No. Come on, Trav. Give me a little taste. And little did he know that I used to go get drunk with another team roping partner of mine, Johnny.
You've never tried pialando?
Nah, I did actually for a little bit.
Porque pues ya ves que hay pialadores que están gorditos.
Yeah, but
I still don't know how they do that, dude.
Mira,
That's just crazy.
Así. You suck that motherfucker in, hope it don't come out. I even hold their dally with the belly. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Ya, a ver, platica de la experiencia con los piales.
Los piales, well, yeah, fue un tiempo when like I met my Adrian Gallegos. You know Rogelio Gallegos, older man. His sister is Ariana Gallegos. Well, they have a place in the village. They have horses. Y fue un tiempo que quería ser peleador, que quiero pialar. And that dream was real short. So we went to I remember we go to Pico, right? And you see los tubos, they call them los tubos, like that little arena on the side of the horse stables. Excuse me. So we took the horses, we took like a couple ropes, like not long ones, just like short ones, just para poder chorrear poquito and just let it go. Que
Pa que no te pajuele la soga.
That hurts a lot.
Yeah, it does.
It does. So ahí estábamos. So he'll put the rope on the saddle horn and he pasaba en chinguiza. Yo, okay, pues I'll put my dally in. Y yo, pendejo que se me van unas vueltas. And I'm like, para, güey. Boom, my hand se me hizo así. And I'm like, man, I don't think I'm in the right business now. Like it's a lot dangerous because there's a lot of fucking. Look at these little things, fucking sausage fingers. You know, nothing fits in here. It's fuckers like I couldn't hold the rope. Like I had to hold it all the way down here, and it was a short one.
Pero ¿sabes por qué? Porque no te enseñaste a enrollar la soga cuando te la aventaron de niño.
Where's that guy at? Not just kidding. Pues so pues sí, y empezamos y I went for a week and I'm like, nah, man, I can't do this. This is too much rope for me. Like I love it. That's probably la suerte que sí le pongo atención. Like I used to love watch Apolinar Mendoza when he used to pialar.
Used to?
No. When cuando estaba con él.
Yeah.
By God, he was one of the best sons in California, Arizona. And
he still is.
He's a chingonería, ese señor. And I just used to just watch him. I just sit down, just watch him, and it's like everything was just like everything was in slow motion in my eyes, you know. And I knew what to do, but like no, it wouldn't stick to me. Like I was already like, no, I can't, because it's so much responsibility to hold that rope, to put responsibility for you and your horse. There's a lot going on. And that's what I show. I show a lot of people that I rope with or something at the ranch. Like, oh, so how do you know how to do the, like, playing with your rope, like trick roping and stuff? Oh, well, this, and that. And then, oh, but have you heard of piales? Like, oh, no, what's that? Oh, they catch a mare running in front of you, back feet. I want to see that. And they're amazed because they've never seen it before. They're like, oh, my God, that's a lot going on, you know? And I always I love that one, esa suerte, la que me gustaba más. And I always loved everything with ropes. Anything, pero las manganas no, tampoco. Pero el yo-yo, ese es de los míos. Yeah, no, but yeah, it's like, piales is good. I like that a lot. But I didn't really, no me llamó la atención porque
Practicarlo.
Practicarlo porque, like, you had to be good to be in a team. And I didn't see myself progressing like I was doing in team roping. In team roping was that took my attention off of charrería, and I just started team roping instead. I started going, como dicen, we came to the dark side, so I started just roping.
¿Qué suerte hacías cuando estabas charrando a Frankie?
Colas, poquito de terna, jineteaba.
¿Terneabas? I could see you as a coleador.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah. I love it. I still love it. Obvio son las raíces de uno, pero sí, o sea, me enfoqué en el rodeo y me involucré bastante y aquí estamos.
When was the last time you tailed?
Dude, I want to say it was like 2 years ago on New Year's, and I looked like a fucking rook, dude. No, compa, se me cayó el sombrero, se me salió el estribo. No, hombre, andaba que no.
Casi a la Lola.
Sí, compa, no, pero...
Straight telepaisa Yahoo, huh?
Sí, no, honestly. But before that, no, fácil como unos 10 años, compa, que no seguía, no puerteaba un animal, no. Simplemente hubo un coledero pequeño ahí con chayo minero. Y I split the boleto with my cuñado or my suegro, one of them. Yeah, vamos, just para convivir más que nada. So we're just there, pero sí, como unos 10. Tumbé 1 o 2. Pero de todos modos nos divertimos, compa.
That's what's up.
Yeah, good old times.
Oh, yeah, definitely, bro. El paso de vez en cuando todavía me la echaba.
I could see you doing paso too.
Yo también. No, estoy jugando.
Like I said, we were privileged to íbamos mucho a Cuyama, pues, al lienzo ahí con Luis y los facilitaba mucho, los prestaba todo.
You got to practice there?
Bro, when I would get kicked out, they would send me over there for detention for a week.
That's a good detention.
Yeah. No. Pero no es por nada. Dora and Luis always looked out for us as kids. They would let us borrow their stuff, el lienzo, los animales. No, ahí es charrería, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, bro. Ahí te levantabas, Luis ya estaba enciado practicando su terna a diario.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen any of the podcasts, but we had Giselle and Victor on the fourth one.
I heard.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool one. I like all the stuff that she talks about, like with her dad and how they grew up and stuff. It's
Awesome.
it was a good episode. Well, anything else you guys want to talk about before we conclude?
Have you ever team rope?
No, fíjate que la neta nunca me ha llamado nada la atención del rodeo americano, aside from the bull riding.
It's been like 10, 12 years for me, bro, since an actual bull. It's been about 12
Oh,
years.
you're not bucking right now? You're just teaching?
No,
Oh.
yeah, I fight a little bit of bulls when I can, and I just buck bulls, bro, and roll on. But, yeah, before that, I hadn't been on nothing in like 12 years. I got on a steer like 2 years ago, rode him for like 3 jumps and checked off, and then...
What made me mad is a little chingadita steer. That's what made me mad.
And then I got on that mini bull that couldn't get out on him, so I just crawled on him. That was just Friday. I'm still sore, bro.
The little Cebu?
Yeah, the little Cebu, and I'm still sore from it. I'm like, I miss it, but then I don't.
No, it's just, what inspired you to be into
Charrería?
in charrería? Yeah.
It's funny because I always ask my mom. I have to have my mom on one of these days and tell her how I got into it because I don't really fully remember. It's through family, friend, no recuerdo. Pero recuerdo que, bueno, I don't remember, pero lo que me platicaron que cuando fuimos a un circo cuando tenía 2 años y me compraron una soga. And it's crazy because you can still buy these ropes on Amazon to this day. It's una soga de algodón, pero la hundilla está cerrada, so the hand is closed. Yeah.
Little clown ropes.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
I
And it's got
remember.
the. Do you remember like jump ropes, the old ones with the wood handle?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
that's
little
good.
handle
Handle.
and it stays
Yeah,
spinning, bro.
yeah. Así me enseñé yo y luego. Yeah, basically. And then me dieron una soga de verdad y ahí me empecé enseñando yo. And then I remember I was like 4 years old. My dad bought me a video, VHS back in the day. Ordered it like in a Cadillac we're talking a long time ago, right? In the 80s. Y era el aniversario de Charros del Pedregal en Ciudad de México. Me compró 2 y just watching it. And ya me fui enseñando a florear. And I got good because that's all I would do. I grew up in the hood. So, I mean, I was cool with the kids around the neighborhood, but my dad was really strict. He didn't want me and my brother hanging out too much because we had gangbangers across the street. And then we had some behind us, and then like I think no that way. Yeah, another block over.
Barrio.
Yeah, puro barrio. So it was like nah. I mean, I was cool with them, thank God. Pero like every once in a cuando sí me escapaba a ir a jugar basketball, football, or something, right? But it was more like, nope, ahí está la soga, enséñate. Because mi papá no,
nosotros también crecimos entre el juego, compa, pero nunca nos quemamos.
No.
Yeah, the same here. I just when in high school I'd wrestle. I was a wrestler.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about
Yeah, I
that.
wrestled in high school, but I started my freshman summer, and then I went on to the sophomore, junior, and senior year, and I was captain. Because the coach brought me in. I hated football.
What?
And I hated the coaches.
Oh, okay.
It's the same thing with the soga guy. Same deal. Like I was like, you know something? I hate team sports. I don't like it. Cause if your team sucks, you suck. But if you don't suck, and they suck, you suck. You know, it's a whole. Yeah. Anyway, so I just started wrestling and stuff, and after that, I took all that analogy, everything I learned from wrestling, and I put it into the horses, and then that's how I started. That's how I kind of like I love the sport. I think like everybody, like you watch 8 seconds and you want to be a fucking bull rider. I want to be a chunky bull rider.
Did you guys know about the Lane Frost documentaries coming out? You guys don't follow Lane Frost brand on Instagram?
I do, but the feed don't feed me.
She does.
Yeah, I was talking to him. I think it's the grandson. I can't remember his name off the top of my back. Embarrassing. I was talking to him just the other day. He's like, oh, because I always share his content. He's like, oh man, thank you, I appreciate it. I'm like, yeah. And I asked him, like, I don't want to be that annoying person, but I gotta know when's the documentary coming out. He's like, ugh. He's like, we got so many like issues we're trying to do because we're trying to get it on Netflix so that more people can see it, but we're going through all this editing, and I'm like, yeah, I can imagine it's tough. Dude, I feel like every charro's watched that movie.
I think it's yeah.
I don't know a whole lot of people that haven't.
Yeah. Like in our community, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think? I want to stick a feather on my hat.
If you own a horse or anything, I'm sure you watched the movie at some point. Yeah.
I thought I was a bull rider already. No, so yeah, like that got me. That got me inspired to say I want to be a cowboy. Like I want to not just wear my hat and just
you actually be it.
Yeah, wear those bailes with my lace ups. Back then, those were badass. My lace ups, like
lace-up area?
Retro,
yeah,
bro. Everything retro's coming back right now, my dude. The ropers, the lace ups.
Everybody's getting tired of
I
it.
never liked the ropers.
Nah.
They're a pain in the ass.
No, they were comfortable.
I'm lazy.
No.
No, they're comfortable. I'm just lazy.
Yeah.
No, you're talking about the lace ups.
Yeah. Lace-up. Yeah. They're just a pain in the ass to put on.
Yeah, no, I'll go halfway. I wouldn't get the top two ones.
He had a Velcro strap on this.
But no, but yeah, that's I even came out like all cowboy for my 8th grade graduation.
Oh, I gotta see this picture.
Oh, I was in a Wrangler polo with the tight to some. I think they were black slim fit Wranglers with my little tassels coming out. I was sliding up and down those halls because they were leather bottoms. Mi pinche raya en 5 metros.
Bien Travolta.
Yeah.
Do you starch the crap out of your jeans too?
No, just when I go out. Yeah. I had a bad experience.
Heavy press, bro. You fucking terrosas.
Caminas como charro. Esta es. No, one day at a roping. Oh man.
Don't start your shirts though. Fuck.
It's like you've been at the beach, huh, for a little bit. So one day I decided to starch all my like the whole jean, right? Now even the back part and everything. That's how it's supposed to be. But because I wanted to look proper at the roping, one of my first roping. And it was a bad idea, big dog. Yeah, so I starched my whole pants. And I thought I was fucking cool, looking fucking fly. So I threw my leg over I actually took. I wasn't ready. I didn't want to get dirty, so I had like my dirty pants and everything, and I started changing in the trailer, and I got on this horse with my fucking starched jeans, dude. I was fucking slipping. bad deal. It's because you know there's a certain way that you iron the pants and it gets all like glossy. Bad situation. Yes, sir. I think I probably put the whole fucking staff flow on there, man. But I want to look cool, but I didn't. So I called for my steer. Dude, I lose my stirrup. I didn't fall, but I lost my stirrups. I was just holding on to the saddle horn. All right, I'm going back I'm gonna take these fucking pants off. I don't want to rope, so I only starch my pants when I go out. I want to look nice. Yeah, starching pants. It's like a fad now. Like everybody does it, but
it's always been a fad though in the cowboy world.
Not.
No, in the cowboy world, yes.
Yeah,
in the cowboy it's always been, but like in the a baile scene and stuff. These kids they can stand up on their own, and they still have to. You hear the crunch on their pants when they go.
It's funny. At first, you were able to distinguish someone that actually rodeoed or a cowboy at a dance. Back when I was young, you were able to distinguish them, honestly, just kind of on their hat. You know what I mean? Back then, you wouldn't. 15 years ago, you at a dance, you wouldn't see a tall crown or anything like that. And if you did, you're like, okay, obviously that guy's involved in something, or something different besides a typical broken horn or a boot barn hat. Now, I mean, there's a lot of hat providers and stuff that provide some really wicked hats. A lot of nice work. But like I said, it's really common now. You know what I mean? Like, it's invaded everywhere. Like, you don't know who's who.
Yeah, like having a tall crown was a novelty, man. Like, oh, you got this? How old is this hat? Now it's like, oh, you got a tall crown. And there's no history behind it. Like, oh, this was from the 70s or this is from the 80s. And so had it and had a bunch of stories with it. And yeah, this is everybody. You go to a dance and everybody looks the same. Puro chupón.
Well, when we were talking the other day, I was like, I told you to take a shape of hat. You're like, oh, what's that? I'm like, I don't know, the traditional.
Exactly.
Traditional. I don't know.
Dude, like, they come out with crazy names. Like, I didn't know there was a shimmick. Yeah. It's a mix with the Cool Hand Luke and a Minnick. Who is she? I know. I wanted to meet her. No, but like yesterday, I got this kid. I wanna Minnick with the blah 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 blah. And I'm like, whoa, you just wanted more open and down? Yeah, exactly. Just tell me that, because there's like, and then they and look at like me fastidia es que they tell you how to wear a hat, or they tell you, hey, your hat's dirty. I want it dirty. Like, I don't like cleaning my hats off too much, even though it's como casa de herrero cuchillo de palo. Like, my hats are a little dinged up, but I want them like that because if they're going through the motions with me, you know.
Same, bro. I'm not much of a felt guy. I like my straw hats.
I like. I prefer the felt ones, but man, 5 minutes I'm just like covered. So I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. And it doesn't happen with sombreros, which is weird. Yeah. So I don't know what it is.
Like a una tejana felt hats is meant for the winter. It's meant to keep you dry and warm.
They'll soak up water.
Yeah, and inside your head won't be. It will be soaked, but you won't be. Your head won't be wet or anything. And like nowadays, hats nowadays, you wet them, and that's the end of that hat. Like, you can't wear a hat in the rain no more because they get all warped and stuff. You can't be able to shape or anything. But like yeah, those tall crowns are just hitting hard. Everybody's wearing them now. These last 4 years, 4 or 3. Back then, when you had a tall crown, you were something.
Like I said, 15 years ago, like, it was, if you had one, it was definitely a retro or something new at the time, you know. But now they're just, like you said, they're everywhere.
Like, so back then, like, you get the Lane France hat with the red bound edge, and you wouldn't see, somebody would have it. Where did he get that hat at? Had it custom made. Dang it, I can't afford it. But then Cuernos Chuecos came and started replicating all these hats for everybody, and that's how it all started with Cuernos Chuecos, like coming out with bull rider shapes that they see on TV, and then they whoop them out. So everybody has what they want. And everybody wants to look the same way, and I try not to look the part. I just try to just be myself, like I said, just be genuine with it.
That's what's up. All right, guys, we're gonna end it because I still got a 3.5 hour drive right now.
Sounds
So
good to me.
Yeah,
But,
I've been hungry.
yeah, that too. But Frankie, thank you a lot for having us in your
Yeah,
ranch. I
humble
appreciate
home
that.
here.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Andy, thanks for setting this up. I
No,
appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
So where can they find you on Instagram?
You can find me at thisoldhat767.
Okay, and Frankie.
Funny Farm Events 661. That's the arena page.
La granjita feliz.
La Granjita Feliz.
All right, well, thanks a lot, guys. Pasen buenas noches. Muchas gracias.
Buenas noches.